The mountain was silent, yet heavy with the echoes of death. Broken swords and shattered shields jutted from the rocky ground. Smoke drifted across the battlefield in thick, gray swirls. The stench of blood and burning flesh filled the air. Among the chaos, a single figure lay on the stones, barely moving, barely alive. That figure was Zeke Draker. He had been born into the Dragonslayer family, a lineage that commanded respect and fear across the lands. From the very start, his life had been measured against greatness. Every smile he dared to show, every misstep, every failure had been noted, compared, and judged. Strength and combat prowess were all that mattered in his world. Yet, when the moment of awakening arrived, Zeke's destiny twisted cruelly. While others around him erupted with newfound power, their auras blazing and their bodies becoming weapons of unmatched skill, Zeke's gift was different. He awakened as a healer. In other worlds, a healer might be revered. They save lives, protect the weak, and bring hope to those in battle. But not here. Here, in the Dragonslayer family, weakness was despised. Healers were overlooked, dismissed, and mocked. Strength alone was respected. And Zeke was weak. From that moment on, every day of his life became a battle against scorn. His relatives whispered about him behind his back. Instructors ignored him. Peers ridiculed him. He trained tirelessly, giving everything he had, yet it was never enough. Every drop of sweat, every tear, every effort he made seemed invisible in the eyes of the world. And still, Zeke tried. The battlefield came next. Not as a warrior, not as a hero, but as a healer, a support figure, a boy meant to be ignored while others claimed glory. The war was brutal. Dragons roared above, raining destruction. Soldiers clashed in chaotic waves of steel and blood. Zeke moved tirelessly among the fallen, healing wounds, binding injuries, and trying to save lives. Every patient he touched was another life preserved. Every movement drained his strength further. But the battlefield did not reward effort. It only rewarded power. The strong survived. The weak were left behind. And Zeke, he was left alone. Enemies encircled him. His comrades fled. The screams of the dying echoed around him. The cold wind cut through his clothes, through his armor, and into his very bones. He was bleeding, exhausted, defenseless. As he lay there, Zeke's mind turned inward. He remembered all the failures, all the times he had tried and been dismissed, all the moments he had trusted others and been betrayed, all the tears, all the pain, all the humiliation. It was all meaningless. He did not curse his enemies. He did not plead for mercy. He blamed only himself. He regretted his weakness. He regretted trusting those unworthy of it. He regretted ever believing that effort could save him. And then, the cold inevitability of death arrived. But death was not the end. In the darkness beyond consciousness, a voice spoke. It was calm. It was powerful. It acknowledged the weight of his regret, the depth of his pain, and the unbroken will he carried within. Because of these, Zeke was granted a second chance. Time itself began to rewind. He opened his eyes and found himself young again. His body was renewed. His memories intact. Every insult, every failure, every betrayal, every painful death, all remembered clearly. But now, there was clarity. No fear. No confusion. Only purpose. He knew exactly what went wrong before. He had been too kind, too trusting, too passive. He had allowed others to decide his fate, and in doing so, he had been defeated by the world. Now, none of that would happen again. Standing there, he made a vow, silent, unwavering. This time, I will not be weak. This time, I will not allow betrayal to shape me. This time, I will seize power, no matter the cost. The healer who had died on the mountain no longer existed. In his place stood a new Zeke Draker. Sharper, faster, smarter, determined. His eyes burned with resolve. His mind was razor-sharp. His heart beat with a single purpose: to rewrite his fate and never again be powerless. From that moment, Zeke threw himself into training with relentless intensity. Every day, every moment, he pushed his body and mind to new limits. He honed his combat instincts, refined his physical strength, and mastered the mysterious powers he had acquired. Every movement was precise. Every strike deliberate. Every breath measured. He did not seek praise. He did not care if others noticed. Yet they did. Students and instructors alike began to sense something different about him. A presence that demanded attention, an aura of someone destined for greatness. Rumors spread quietly. The boy who had once been weak, mocked, and ignored was becoming something else entirely. Yet Zeke remained focused, fueled by his memories of failure and death. Every injury, every strain, every drop of sweat reminded him of the life he had almost lost. He trained not just to survive, but to dominate. And slowly, the boy who was once weak became a rising force, his power quietly accumulating, his mind sharpening, his determination blazing. The battlefield, the mountain, the memories of death, all became fuel for his transformation. He was no longer a boy to be underestimated. He was a force silently preparing to challenge fate itself. And so, the journey of Zeke Draker truly began. No longer defined by weakness, scorn, or betrayal, he was defined by resolve, strategy, and the relentless pursuit of power. Every step he took now was toward becoming the legendary dragon slayer he was always meant to be. The story of his early life, downfall, death, and rebirth had set the foundation. From here, everything would change.